Last time on Beyond Phandalin. Setting sail on the open sea once again, our party began the last session tailing behind the suspicious crew of the Vulcan. It didn't take long for battle to commence, with our adventurers aligning themselves with the other ship. The Vulcan was first to fire, followed by a volley of cannonballs exchanged between the two vessels. Tarduk eventually took it upon himself to wild shape and have Jill fire him out of a cannon, smashing through the other ship's deck. He soon found himself joined below the Vulcan's deck by Noxus and a strange ethereal witch summoned by Axel. Quick actions were met with quick consequences when Noxus decided to animate a barrel below deck in order to fight some of the Vulcan's crew. It was then that Tarduk made the harrowing discovery that these barrels contained unconscious children.
I shouldn't have brought that fucking barrel.
Oh my god!
The boats soon collided as Salvador of the Vulcan fired a large harpoon, binding the two ships together. This made for a quick victory as Jill was able to get up close in the fight and unleash her barbarian rage. They were able to take two of the kidnappers hostage, Mary, the female human spellcaster, and Luri, the female hill dwarf rogue. Will the party be able to extract the information they need? Will Jill be able to control her rage at the discovery that two of the barrels were turned to ash by Mary? Find out on tonight's episode of Beyond Phandalin. Hello and welcome to Beyond Phandalin, session 16. Hope you all enjoyed that little recap there. That was written up by Noah and recorded by myself. I'm, of course, Harrison, the Dungeon Master. Funny quick story, instead of... You guys do your fun facts. My fun story is last night we were up late watching the final Smash character reveal, and I played a little prank by as soon as the video faded to black as they're about to announce the new character. I have a soundboard and I timed it just right and hit this soundboard button and scared the shit out of everyone.
All of us just fucking...
It was absolutely hilarious. Who else have we got here tonight?
Well, my name is Billy. I play Jill Meadowbrook, the halfling barbarian MILF. And my fun fact for Jill tonight is she is an avid knitter. She's been knitting for a while, and she's actually been knitting something this entire trip. Maybe one day we'll find out what it is.
Ooh, exciting.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Mel. I play Tarduk, a turtle druid. A fun fact about Tarduk is you don't get to know where he stores his javelin.
Oh boy, that lightning javelin.
Thank you. Gotta think about that later.
Well, it's actually just a normal javelin that he can occasionally make a lightning javelin.
Oh, there you go.
I thought the item was a magic item.
Isn't it like a thing that...
Pretty sure that... Anyway.
An ability or a magic item? Anyway. Hi, my name is Noah. I play Axel Silver, a little wizard boy, probably not boy, you don't know. And fun fact about Axel is that whenever he's literally like a moth to a flame, with even the magic that he casts, he will sit there for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours just staring without blinking into a flame, or any open light for that matter. Could be candles, bonfires, anything. Even the magic he casts, he'll like, ooh, oh wait, back. He kind of just zones out to it all the time.
And when there is no fire, he stares directly at the sun.
Yeah. Bad habit.
Axel is just
Always
Noah's
blind.
self-insert.
Yeah.
Quick update: the javelin is a magic weapon. So keep that in mind, because there's going to be fights where I say, "Oh, this thing is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage from non-magical weapons." So you'll be able to know that, hey, that javelin does full damage.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Nova. I play Noxus, the ghost kobold bard. I completely forgot everything about Noxus for a second there.
Nailing it.
And a fun little fact about Noxus, he'll occasionally just like fall asleep standing up or floating, and people won't notice.
Okay.
I love that.
No one else.
G'day, my name is Ryan. I'm not dying. Don't ignore the background.
Ignore the IV bag.
I play Barrack Seal, the ASMR Paladin. Fun fact about Barrack Seal, he keeps a starfish as a pet.
Interesting. Starfish.
Because you can travel for long periods of time and they're still alive.
Where does he keep the starfish?
Yeah, go on.
That's me.
I wasn't suggesting anything dirty.
Only
no.
time will tell.
No, he stays with his parents.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Aw.
Left the baby.
Wait,
at
what
home.
is it being a starfish got to do with long periods of time?
Starfish
Oh,
can
You
I
don't
survive
have
out of
to
the
feed him
water.
often.
Starfish can live for.
Wait, can they survive out of the water for long periods of time?
Yeah, can't you like
They're not on me.
re-wet them and they're okay?
Oh, okay.
Look,
I was
Oh, so
just
it's like
taking that
a-
as fact. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know much about
starfish
starfish.
facts.
They can live 35 years in the wild. Is that
Oh.
long?
That seems like a while. Yeah.
Pretty fucking long, yeah.
Better than
Now
turtles.
we didn't really address it at the start because we're all used to it now. But Ryan is currently donating blood, and he will be during tonight's session.
Evil dice.
So there might be some little background
They're gonna
noises here
suck
and
him
there.
dry.
And if he, gets a bit loopy, you'll know why. This is where I'd usually do the recap, but you don't need to because get that out of the way early.
Yep.
Well,
On top of it this time.
We are currently on the ship of the SS Amnesia. Connected is the Vulcan by a large harpoon that Salvador fired, and also a grappling hook that Graves secured. We're going to just do Theatre of the Mind tonight. You currently have Mary Morningfall. I nearly butchered her name. Mary Morningfall in your custody. She is unconscious but stable, thanks to Axel. And Luri, who is currently conscious, who surrendered herself. What is everyone doing right now?
Tying Mary up.
You
While
mean
she's unconscious.
tying Mary up? Give us
Yep.
a sleight of
No
hand-
hesitation.
sleight of hand check there.
Because I don't want a loose wizard that
I
wants
can,
to kill us. Trying
you
to
know
kill
what?
us.
I can pull up a picture to show you what Mary looks like.
please.
What was it? A
That's-
sleight of
Keep it in your pants.
Sleight of hand check for me.
Mommy?
Right.
Sorry.
Boom.
Mommy?
Oh no!
Sorry.
Wait, mummy.
Mommy?
Mommy?
As a
Sorry, Mum.
It has
Sorry.
been like 30 seconds, and this is already the horniest session we've ever had.
So there's
What?
Mary.
You disagree?
You can't see, but under her hood she has short, straight black hair.
Yep.
Very hard to find a
Getting
picture
better.
of a female spellcaster with short black hair. Lots of long black hair. Nope.
yeah.
No short.
17 for that sleight of hand as well.
17. Wonderful.
Yeah.
You secure
Guessing
her.
that probably
Tie her
somewhere.
arms up behind her back or in front.
Behind back, yeah.
Behind.
What's
No
I don't
worries.
Hi.
want any bam bunching people.
Currently, kind of on her knees with her hands up is Luri, Luri Keg Shaper, and here's what she looks like.
That-
A female hill dwarf, bit older. She was holding a small dagger to Antom's throat, which she is now kind of thrown onto the deck, a short distance away from her, and is with their hands up.
Where is Barrack still starting?
I think you're all probably on the deck of the SS Amnesia right now. So
Yeah, one of the things that brought me joy last session was like sometimes I'd notice that Baraxil was just standing on the other side of the deck, just chilling out.
he was needed
Yeah.
for a
Oh,
spell.
I'm
no.
up on the other side of the ship.
You guys dead? Nope. Cool. See ya.
Noxus is probably gonna like tap on or knock on Tarduxel and be like, "Hey, we should probably grab those barrels."
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.
We should also tell Jill at some point about what happened to.
She doesn't need to know. She already has one dead kid standing right next to her. It's fine.
Jill is like 20 feet away from you guys.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you
what-
even
and then
feel
whispered.
my quota
No.
of dead children.
How funny would it be if the two children that were in the barrels were Jill's What?
Yeah.
Plot twist: she's got 12 kids. Tarduk and Noxus, you head over onto the Vulcan. You just start moving them barrel by barrel.
I will indeed. I'm also. How much health does Tarduk currently sit at?
25.
Oh, okay, you're fine. I'll save it for someone who's dying.
There's some small spot fires here and there on both the ships, but nothing crazy. You can pretty easily grab
Does
some,
Ghost
grab some
Spit put them
buckets.
out?
Look, if it's a really small one, yeah, you could do a really cool.
What about ghost piss?
Probably.
Yeah.
Ghost Stomp.
Jill is still on the Vulcan with Graves,
Yep.
and after they've tag teamed the big boy, she's like just holding onto the axe with one hand and is like dragging on the ground behind her, and she's just looking at him going, "Are you alright? Yeah, are you okay? You doing okay?"
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Thought I was
It's up on the mic.
Those
Oh,
meaty breaths.
thought I was a goner there. He's currently on 1 hit point.
Ooh.
Oh, they almost got my boy.
No,
He's-
I
he's-
got him to like a heap, didn't I?
And then he got hit
got hit.
again, remember? And
Yeah.
like was dropped to 1 and just made it.
Tarduk and Noxus are gonna like fucking put their leg out and trip him, and he's gonna be fucking gone.
That's it. Unconscious.
One frank away from death.
Jill, you should affectionately punch him in the shoulder.
You can see he's profusely bleeding from the nose. He has a eye that's starting to go black, and
Fall out.
he's
Jill's gonna. Is he bleeding from anywhere in particular?
like nose. He's got some cuts on his arms and
Okay.
and on his torso.
Jill is gonna rip off like a strip of her hem and just start like dabbing at his nose.
Jill, what are you You didn't have to do that.
Oh, wouldn't he be licking the blood?
I find
Yeah,
it
it's
funny how Billy asked how Graves was before Harrison described his condition.
Yeah.
So in Universe, Billy was just like, "How you holding up?" And Graves just is covered in blood.
Dying.
But yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah. Yeah. As the kids say, GG. That means goodness gracious, yeah.
Yeah, you too.
I really appreciate your help back there. I don't know what would have happened otherwise.
We won?
Yeah, that we did it. You know, go us, go team under 3 foot.
Yeah. I'm gonna go lie down for a bit.
Yeah, Jill's gonna like hold him under like put arm around his shoulder and just like try and get him back onto the ship properly.
Mm-hmm.
So he
He
doesn't
lays on the
collapse.
bed
To
too
protect
hard
him
and
from
dies.
Tarduk and Nox.
He kind of limps with you and carefully crosses the small gap between the ships and heads below deck to go and have a lie down.
He just falls between.
You pass Jill, you and Graves pass Tarduk and Noxus as they head onto the Vulcan. You can also see the dead. You can on the Vulcan are the dead bodies of Salvador and his name was Lightkeeper. Light Watcher. That's it.
Yeah.
It's close. They are both
baby.
on the deck. What would you like to do?
Me.
No, Tarduk and
Oh, I was gonna
Noxus.
say,
Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
Noxus is going to very nervously wave at Jill and then walk slightly faster down to the barrels.
Mm-hmm. You head down. Axel, what's the? Oh, that's a loud one. Axel, what's the lasting time on that? The summoning the witch.
I'm gonna have to grab my Tasha's cauldron. What? I think it's like,
Would it have gone by now?
I
Would
don't
it
know.
still be hanging around?
Actually.
You can probably just dispel it.
It lasts like a decent amount of time, but I can just like call it back. So I'd probably like just wave my hand, and then the black energy like.
Oh, I was just wondering what to describe. Whether like they head below deck and just see the witch just chilling there still.
No, she would have flown back to where
Okay.
Axel was to
Okay,
talk
no
to him
worries.
for a little bit. Yep.
You heading below deck, Tarduk and Noxus?
Yep.
Yep. You head below deck.
And I'm not gonna animate any of the barrels this
You can
time.
see
Good choice.
you can see 10 barrels below deck.
Okay.
Don't try and
dropped
check
the
me on my
number
math.
slightly
On my
more.
math.
Yeah, 10
Yep.
barrels.
What would you like to do?
We're bringing them back.
Okay.
How are you bringing them back? Are you rolling them?
Yeah,
What's
Noxus.
the water?
They you can kind of test one, and it feels like it's like, oh, this is pretty heavy.
They're too heavy
I
for me
walk
to
in and
lift.
pick up 2 of them.
Yep, Tarduk, you can quite easily lift 2 up into the air. Yeah, on each shoulder, kind of like this. Noxus, you could probably flip one over and roll it. That's up to you, though.
No,
Really,
because now he knows there's a kid in it.
I mean,
Sleep, it's
does he?
fine.
He knew that
I'd
Tarduk
probably
opened
would.
one barrel and it had a kid in it.
Can Noxus check to see if there is a child in
Yeah, of course you can.
it? Is this gonna have to be an investigation roll?
No.
Okay.
I forget what weapons you have. Daggers, probably. Yeah.
I
You use
have
one of
2.
your daggers and pry open the top of the barrel.
Should have just shake the barrel. It works the same.
Inside you can see.
Wakey. Time
Inside
for
you can
school.
see an unconscious child.
Awesome. With this pre-expected revelation. Does he have any spells that would help with this?
So Harrison the Witch lasts indefinitely.
Oh, okay. So you can.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I can
Christ,
only
that's not
summon
what
it
I
once
wanna
again
hear.
on a long rest, though.
Oh, man.
I can only do it once per long rest, though. So
How many charges are on the DOS loot again, or is it based off my spell slots?
It can do a certain amount of each spell. So if you click on it, oh wait, no, is it? Yeah, so it can only cast each spell once. It has Animal Friendship, Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, Protection from Energy, Protection from Evil and Good, and Protection from Poison.
Alright.
So 7 different spells that it can do once. And then till the next dawn. And it uses your spell casting modifiers.
Can Noxus make an Arcana check
Mm-hmm.
to see if there's magic affecting the children?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
If it would roll, that would be amazing. I believe that's a dirty 20, yeah.
30-20. It definitely seems like some kind of stronger spell was used to keep these children in a state of unconsciousness.
Alright.
Axel's going to leave the witch to watch over Mary, and then he's going to hop over to the next boat and see what the others are looking at.
Yep. You would know because you could see through the witch. That they found a kid in one of these barrels.
All right. So what's the deal, Danny?
Hey, how many whoop-de-doos of Dispel Magic can those wizard fingers do right now?
Right now, let me look through my spell list. What level is Dispel Magic?
Third.
I only have Counterspell ready. I don't have Dispel Magic ready. I do have it, but it's not ready.
Stinks.
Yeah.
Okay. Noxus is just
Wait, I think I
gonna
can ritual
look.
that. Hold on.
Noxus is gonna look at Axel and just be like, "Okay, if you take a look inside this barrel, there is a child. There are multiple other children in these various barrels. How the fuck do I get them?" I hit my lamp. How do I get them back to the pub?
What do you mean? How do you wake them up?
Essentially, it's magic,
Right.
and I'm built like the needle in a haystack.
I don't know anything about spells or anything, but do spells like that, if you take damage, do they stop? Like, what if you
I'm not
like,
gonna stab the children.
Look at stab him, he's like a little prick.
You know something like sleep.
Yeah.
If it's a sleep spell, they would have woken up from damage. But I believe sleep also you can wake up if you're like shaken awake.
Yeah.
Tarduk did.
It depends. If
Yeah.
there's an enchantment
Take
in the
them out.
barrel, take them out of the barrel and they might wake up. But if they're inside, then it's the only
They
solution
also
that
probably would have. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I just finished.
Oh, yeah. They probably also would have woken up from the dancing barrel if that were the case.
I was about to say, does that mean the kid was awake in the dancing barrel?
Okay.
I'm
gonna-
not, because what happened to the dancing barrel?
I'm gonna take one out of the barrel.
Dead.
Just kind of
Yep.
lift him up and out. Yep.
I
And
love
pull
casualties.
this kid out and place them on the ground.
Yeah.
They stay unconscious.
Lift him up. Put him back in the barrel.
Close the barrel. Push over the
Okay,
dartboard.
It's not
Um,
enchantment.
What was that?
I was saying I don't think there's an enchantment on it. Actually, I'm gonna investigate the barrel and see if I can find any hints of runes that have been carved in for like sleeping or anything.
No worries.
Arcana or investigation, actually.
Give me investigation.
Okay.
Just to confirm, we know the direction that this boat was going, yes?
Yes, we know exactly
Yes.
where it's going.
19.
Cool. Alright, I'll bring that up later.
19.
Yep.
Investigating this barrel. You've had the lid off for a bit longer now. Kind of.
They were going to Norland.
Oh, it's been laced.
What's that? You can smell something in the barrel.
They shat themselves.
Actually, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic because I can do that, and then
I
Any
wasn't
person
finished
that
telling you.
oh, never mind.
I was going to
Right.
say, yeah, having this lid off for a bit longer, the smell kind of escapes a bit more, and it's how do I describe this?
Oh no.
Come.
It's no, no, it's not. It makes your head sting a little. This smell,
Right. Okay.
and
They chloroform the children?
I think so.
and as you kind of put your head a bit closer to kind of smell a bit closer, you can feel that you're starting to get lightheaded.
Ooh, step back immediately.
Is
Oh, I think I
chloroform a
figured it out.
magic item?
Oh. They've laced it with what seems to be probably a poison or a toxin that would put him to sleep. Fuck, my head hurts. Do you have any water? Ah.
Yo,
We are in the ocean. We
Oh
are
yes, just
currently
drink
at-
the seawater.
Look, it worked fine for Sid and Ice Edge.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually gonna sit down for a minute and cast just to see if it's like magic or not, if it's just a poison or if it's some sort of enchanted bullshit.
Mhm.
Yep. So pull up.
What are you casting? Sorry, detect.
Yeah, just
Magic.
ritual detect magic, which with the witch still out, it's only a minute instead of 10 minutes.
Cool. You can detect
That was an action. Sorry, I could just.
you can detect something magical in the bottom of the barrel.
What type of magic? Because part of the spell you can tell the school.
I'm not good with my schools of magic.
Would it be enchantment?
You'd assume.
I think so.
Yes, enchantment. That sounds right.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm glowing for me, and then I'll
Yeah, you can see a small shape, maybe like smaller than your fist, glowing in the very bottom of the barrel.
Okay. I say, yep, all right. I was right when we started. Take all the kids out. And
Yep, awesome. Noxus is gonna start cracking open the top of barrels because he is neither strong enough nor tall enough to reach inside and grab them.
Yep.
yeah, Axel's
You
gonna
help walking around,
walking around.
popping off the top of all these
Where
barrels.
am I at this point? Have I already left?
Yeah, Tarduk, you've probably in this time made it back, having placed the other 2 barrels over on the other ship. You make it back to find Axel and Noxus going around, popping off the top of all these barrels.
Yeah. In character. What are you guys doing?
There seems to be some sort of enchantment powder at the bottom of the barrels that's making them sleep. If we can take them out, they'll probably eventually wake up.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which,
I'll go
can
get the other
you roll your way back over to the other barrels and
Yeah. Tarduk leaves.
Oh.
Yep. You head over. Axel and Noxus,
You're in
it's starting to
trouble.
like, oh yeah, you can smell it now. It's
Yep.
all right.
Open
You're
one
not
of the
like
cannon windows and
you're not feeling like you're gonna fall asleep, but it's like, oof, Jesus, open a
Yeah.
window. Yeah, it's
like spray paint. Just kind
yeah,
of
it's a bit fumey.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. You open up all these barrels. Are you taking the children back out?
yeah.
Yep.
I think that'd
Yeah.
be.
Probably drag them up deck.
You carry
Noxus is gonna start like throwing the barrels off the side of the ship. Or like rolling them out of the hole that Tarduk put in.
I tell him to keep 2.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. You hold on to 2 of the barrels. Noxus, you're discarding these empty barrels off the side of the ship. You can see a kind of trail of these barrels floating away. Axel, you're dragging up like what 2 at a time.
Yeah, probably 2 at a
These
time.
kids
one
up
in each.
above the deck, kind of lining them up, lying on the deck.
Yep.
Jill, Baraxil, and Tarduk, you can quite easily see this on the deck of the Vulcan. Axel is dragging up lifeless bodies of kids.
Why'd you use the term lifeless?
I'm just
Just
calling
another
calling
day.
it how they would see it.
Okay.
Right,
Another
okay.
day.
I was gonna say, did I kill kids by taking them out of the barrels? Okay. Also,
allergic
every
to
once in a while,
air.
I'll blip back into the witch's eyes to see if Mary's awake or not, and then just
She's still lying there, unconscious.
Yep.
It is a pretty grisly looking scene.
Baraxil kind of looks around and he's like, wow, day at the beach?
Oh, did he start like walking over?
Absolutely what Baraxil.
Jill is just like she'd obviously like taken Graves back downstairs, and she's come back up to like this scene, and she's just like stopped dead in her tracks, and she's just staring.
Once Baraxiel had come over, and Noxus like realized, I'm gonna try my best to cast dancing lights to make it like blinding for people looking over this way.
why?
You cast blinding
So that
lights.
Jill doesn't see the children. No
Ah.
dancing lights.
Sorry, dancing
They're not
lights.
dead, though.
No.
And there are now 4 brightly flashing lights hovering near the children.
Blue light disco, baby.
Damn right.
Oh
this is a
no,
day at the beach.
I've like sort of pushed them over to like the side of the ship, so
Okay.
like
They're gonna wake up and have
Between
between
their between them and the kids.
yeah.
It's kind of hard to see them now as you. But it was pretty clear what you saw.
Where's
Really?
Anton?
Anton is currently
On the other ship, I'd
up,
assume.
yep, up at the wheel of the SS Amnesia. I'd imagine he's there steering and also has his light crossbow to lure his head.
I'd like to go to Anton if I may, please.
Baraxil, how are you doing?
Good. Seems like a contributed very much to this, very much.
You're a great help.
Just quickly,
Actually,
so we know that they go in a certain direction, and based on what I've seen, it looks like the cargo was of high value. I think we should probably go to that location to stop what's happening.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. If I recall, I think Jill told me that they said they were heading back to Norland.
Sounds about right.
Could you head below deck and find my map of the Moonshire Isles?
Do.
We'll start
And a
plotting
scuttle.
a course. I'll resend it quickly for you to the D&D chat.
Can't open it, but sure.
Oh, true.
No.
Well,
No.
I'll
I've got a
open it.
picture of it in my head.
I'll open it here so you can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bloody boom. There it is.
Oh, bloody bam.
So
Yeah, this is great on an iPhone.
yeah, I bet it's hard to see. Can you see my mouse moving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've headed off from Law here. By now you're probably about here.
Oh wow, quick fight. Yep.
Yeah, about there. Getting out into the open sea. Norland is over here.
Oh, okay.
Ignore
that.
And Vorthamil, which is where you were headed to, and for Anton to sell the iron flask.
Oh, sweet, it's on the way.
Is down there. So you could kind of go around, stop at Norland, hook around, and then come over to Vorthamil.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you? I will say, oh, cute. The kids have been up above deck for a few minutes now, out in the open air. One of the kids knocks us here. As the kid sits upright.
Gonna Looney Tunes style dash over, and just be like, "Hey, yes, I'm a ghost. You're not dead. We're gonna get that out of the way."
Who are you?
I'm immediately gonna walk up and be like, "Yes, he's a ghost, but he's not dead." All right.
That
There's
is
a lot
what
here.
I just said.
Yep. Continue walking
Okay.
fast.
Jill is gonna she's crossing back onto the Vulcan. She's swatting these fucking dancing lights out of the way and just beelining for the kid, and it's like she's like rummaging through her bag as well. She's like, hey, it's alright, and she pulls out this like half knitted scarf that's still got the needles attached, and she's just gonna rip out the needles. She's like, hey, you're okay.
Okay.
Dispel dancing lights.
Lights stop.
What's your name?
Lila?
Lila? We're going to help you, okay? I don't know what happened, but we're gonna find out, and we're gonna get you back to where you came from, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. This scarf? You see this thing? This is really special, okay? This is magic. And nothing can hurt you while you're wearing it. So you just keep this wrapped around you, and everything's gonna be alright, okay?
Okay.
Alright. You stay here with Noxus. He's a good kid. Axel as well. They're good kids, and they're gonna take care of you. I gotta go do something. So you just stay right here.
Another kid wakes up.
Oh fuck me.
I'll crouch down next to the other one and just like.
This one's a boy.
G'day, man. How you going?
Hello.
Right. Just sit down, breathe in. Don't worry about it. We're out at sea. We'll get you back at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. Take a breath in and out. Now, here, I'm going to give you something to hold on to. Just mess with it for a little bit. Just keep your eyes on it. I'll hand him a gold coin.
Okay.
So focus on that. Don't worry about it too much. If your friends keep waking up. Do you know any of these kids actually?
Him and Lila kind of lock eyes for a second. I know that boy over there.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
That's Jordan.
Jordan. And you were?
My name's Niall.
Nice to meet you, Niall. I'm Axel.
Hi, Axel.
Give him a pat on the shoulder. Yeah. Well, when your buddy Jordan wakes up, walk over to him, tell him things will be okay. There are
Yeah,
people here to
okay.
help you. Right? You're in a bit of danger, but you're good now.
You
Do you have any
pirates?
questions? Oh, well, no, not traditionally. That's a long one. The cool kind of pirates, not the bad ones.
Okay.
Yeah, the bad ones did take you, and we're gonna try and help you. But if you need any help, that one over there that you can kind of see through is Noxus. The little one there is Jill. Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it?
Fuck. Is that a ghost?
I
Oh.
do magic too.
I'm here all week.
All right. He's friendly. I don't think he bites. Anyway, right.
Okay.
Not unless you make me.
Is there anyone still below deck?
No. All the kids are above deck now. There's 10,
What about
10,
us?
10 kids. What about you?
Yeah, like us. Like where's Tidelkin?
Well, I'd imagine Tarduk's probably over here on this ship at the moment, on the Vulcan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm letting out.
I think it's just Barrack Seal and Tarduk. I imagine probably would have carried the two kids in the barrels that he brought over to the SS Amnesia, probably carrying them over to put with the
back
others.
to the other. Oh yeah.
Is that where? Sorry, hang on. Is that where you're putting the kids? Are they just on the deck of the Vulcan at the moment, or did you move them over to the Amnesia?
Well, I don't see why I would move them back because
Yeah, okay.
wouldn't we want them on this amnesia?
Yeah. No worries.
Okay.
Barrack Seal. Oh, sorry. If this is a bad time, I can come back in a minute. Yep. Okay. Jill and Axel, you kind of continue to tend to Jordan and Lila. Sorry, Niall and Lila.
No. Yeah.
Does Noxus see Anton from over here?
Yeah, you can see him. The ships are like smack bang together at the moment, so you can see Anton's up there, a bit higher up than you, but at the wheel.
I'm gonna use message and be like, okay, Anton, hi, it's me. How do you do with first aid? Just like wave if you're like pretty good.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. So there are some kids that are currently on your ship. You don't know about them.
I can
Go
see
see
two of them
Tarduk.
there.
Okay, well, you can see them.
It kind of looks ahead and kind of straightens the wheel and then leaves the wheel. Heads down to Tarduk. Are they alive?
I think so. Axel seemed to indicate as much.
Looking at
Give a
these
thumbs up.
two kids, there are two girls. The rest of you on the rest of you on the other ship, looking at the eight kids there are six boys and wait, no, hang on.
Remember, 2 of them died.
There's 10 barrels.
There's 4 boys and
6 girls.
2. Hang on. Oh my god.
They're all human, right?
There was 12 at the start.
Yeah.
Now there's 10.
2 of them died.
There's 5 boys
And 5 girls.
and 3 girls on the Vulcan. The other 2 girls are on the SS Amnesia.
Okay, so there's 5 and 5 all
Oh,
up.
man. Okay.
I've been freed, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
How
Um,
unfortunate.
Swear to God, if you ask all these kids' names, I'm going to kill you. Now, on the topic of their races, looking at these kids, it's mouse. Don't click that. That sounds really weird out of context.
You know the CSGO surf videos with those like edgy kids. Now, on the topic of race,
What if I hypothetically?
They all look to be human. Jill, from your knowledge and own personal experience, you know that there's not much difference between the look of a human child and a halfling child.
Yep.
So it is possible.
One of them's like half the height.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
not
they just grow
really.
slower?
It's more like they're just kind of mature.
Yeah. Halfling kids just kind of, grow to their full size a lot quicker. But yeah, looking at these kids, it's like they could be human, could be halfling. It's hard to tell.
Yep.
I'm gonna go into the enemy ship and search the captain's quarters as well. Start investigating around there.
No worries. You can absolutely do that. Give me an investigation check. Yes, Tarduk.
Have the kids that I'm with woken up yet?
They will shortly. Yeah.
Oh. Sea breeze, ocean air in my lungs.
There's not much time between both of them waking up. And just to speed up so we're not acting out the same fucking scene each time.
Yeah.
You talk to them. Their names are Lindsay and Asher.
Oh, I wanted to do a bit where
Oh, you can talk. You can talk to them if you'd like.
So like, wait. So the kids are just woken up and they start. Yeah.
A giant turtle.
I am not a fish.
He's just smiling.
Jill,
Huh?
kids.
You can talk.
Jill's gonna come trotting over. I got this. Hi, sweethearts.
Hello.
Hey,
Do you know my mummy?
I could possibly, Mom? You're completely fine. This has just been a crazy dream. So,
Okay.
just lay back down. Continue sleeping.
Jill's doing the short method now. Had enough.
It's all a dream. It's all right. Lay down. Lay down. Bedtime.
I love how in person this just looks like Ninja is telling Harrison to go to bed.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking go to bed.
Disrespect.
Mr. Blevin, why?
Ooh.
Rage is just a game with such a weak mindset.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly just grab Tarduk and just like drag him aside a little bit. So like, if the kids are still awake, they can't when they're not within earshot.
Mhm.
And immediately like the plastered on smile just kind of drops, and she's like, Tarduk, what was in those barrels?
This is Jill's Joker arc.
I don't know if I should say it. I was just gonna go children, Jill.
Careful, careful, Tarduk.
Oh, Tarduk is me right now. He's like, I think that there may have been other kids in there.
Doesn't change, but immediately she's like tears. Like nothing changes, but just tears.
You hear
Um,
from the other ship, one of the little boys is awake, go, Jordan! And run over and hug his friend who's now woken up.
I think let's get all the kids back onto the amnesia. We've got beds. They're little. They can top and tail. Let's just get them out of that fucking ship.
agreed.
Speaking of, 22 investigation.
Ooh,
Yeah, I got a
Bloody
plus 7
hell.
of that. Yeah.
alrighty.
Yep. What do I
You-
find, baby?
Find. Okay. The table, kind of desk in the captain's quarters looks to be barren. Nothing on it. There is a small tin rubbish bin beside the desk. That inside, with your fucking 22, you can see what looks to be some partially burnt letters, pieces of parchment.
Right.
You can pull them out.
Crispy.
I'm also gonna,
Chad's
just
me
as I
about
pull it
ready for
out,
this.
just immediately do another ritual detect magic, sweep the room once more.
Yeah, absolutely. You detect magic from a drawer just beneath the desk.
Just beneath.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I check for traps on it?
Go ahead, give me an investigation.
I think. Oh, nat 20 plus
Nat
7
20.
to 27. Yeah.
Whew. Jesus, where were you when we were doing investigations last? It does not seem to be trapped.
Right.
It does, however, seem to be locked. Get out of here, J Midagola, you
Right.
bloody spam bot.
Okay.
Piece
him,
of,
get him,
piece of
Oh my God.
shit.
What's the type of magic coming from it as well? Is it?
Type of magic. Oh, you're always asking me what bloody
Yeah, well,
school, and
it's
I never know what freaking school.
That bitch Noah.
I'm a whore for wizards. What can I
Oh,
say?
it is.
The way the immersion instantly broke.
Continuity.
To be fair, I did just call Billy Ninja.
Yeah,
And
Jill
say
might have
this
done it.
was Jill's Joker rock.
I'm also going to attempt to unlock it as well. Okay.
Okay, what school is message in? School of magic is that?
Let me check.
Yep. Thank you, Nova.
Oh, you're very welcome, Shorty. It is.
I think it's
Can it fucking tell
It's
me?
it gives you an aura of evocation. There we go. Fuck me.
Right, yeah. Okay. Weird that that's an evocation spell, but it kind of makes
No,
sense.
it's a transmutation.
I was just trying to find what would relate to it, but don't worry, it's you get evocation
Right. okay.
vibes from it.
Cool. I'm going to unlock it. I rolled and got... Would that be sleight of hand?
Yes, if you got thieves tools.
If I actually... Tools? No tool proficiencies. Right, damn.
I mean,
don't know if
it's a pretty small drawer. You could just try and bash it open if you want.
Yeah, just put a knife in there. Boom, pink.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's only a small weak drawer. It's not hard to just and slide it open. Inside, you see a small stone that has etched in it a face, and there seems to be a small kind of indent where the mouth, it's kind of, the head's turned to the side a bit. There's a small indent where the mouth and the ear is.
I'll grab it and put it up to my ear.
Oh, it's talking stuff.
You can't hear anything.
Nothing. And if I put it up to my mouth but don't say anything,
Mhm.
does it open up or like it's recording?
Nothing happens.
Right.
What if you put your finger on the ear?
What if you put it over your wrist like an Omnitrix?
What if I pick its booger? No, I'm gonna
Place your finger
Pocket
in
it?
his nose. Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna pocket it and then like later on identify it probably in the night.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
No worries.
take a look at that note. Be either now or later. It's up to you if you have something prepared or not.
No worries.
I
I mean, you can identify it now if you'd like to.
I'll do it later. I'll
Okay.
optimize.
Okay.
Just
No worries.
Complete sidebar. While all this is
Love a sidebar.
happening, around, Noxus is like entertaining the little kiddies with a minor illusion of like, I don't know, like a
But you are the
cowboy
illusion.
dancing or some shit. Thanks.
So Noxus just like puts one hand through like the other hand, like
Whoa.
Nah, he does.
He does the thumb
where he-
trick, but he actually takes off
actually
his
pulls his thumb
Yeah.
off. Love
Yeah.
that.
he does like the nearly headless Nick thing.
Oh yeah. He just twists his head completely around.
Juggling.
like an
Oh
elf.
man.
Does the
As he plays
Vulcan
the
have
pamphlet.
a spare lifeboat on it?
It does.
Can we try and nick
Should
it?
probably take that.
You absolutely
And then-
can.
Just one or
It just has one.
just one?
It's
Alright,
a
take
it's a bit smaller ship than the Amnesia. It looks
Amnesia.
like it's meant for a
Yeah,
smaller
gotcha.
crew, and yeah, only has one
Gotcha,
lifeboat.
gotcha.
But that lifeboat
Cool.
could fit, you know, it could squeeze 6 people.
Nice.
Go on.
That being said, you have a crew of like
6.
7.
8,
8, yeah, because Boomer.
5 of you, Anton, Graves, Boomer. Yeah,
Graves can go to his grave.
And then 10 children.
after all he's done. You kind of getting the kids across onto the Amnesia now.
Okay, so after Varixel's brought the boat over, is like
I'm
secured.
so glad that sounds so effortless. Thank you.
I'd imagine, yeah,
Yeah.
you and Tarduk could pretty easily kind of, you know,
Yes, please.
carry it over.
Roll. Yeah.
Strong man.
Jill's going to just quickly just wipe away. All good. Is going to grab Tarduk and Varixel by the hand and drag him back over to the Vulcan, and be like, she sees like the whole little show that Noxus has put on for the kids, and it's like, you know, like, oh, whatever. I'm assuming they're all awake now.
They are all awake now, yes.
Yeah, lovely. I'm like, hey kids, who wants piggybacks? Yeah. So everyone is gonna piggyback a child across onto the thing, and we're gonna
Yeah.
take them below deck to the
Oh,
I'm gonna
Made
put
that
my
mistake.
hat on the one that I'm piggybacking to. Just so the kid's wearing the hat. Yep.
He's like, it's
I'm-
warm.
Yep. I tell him to pull it down.
It's full of piss.
I tell him, yeah, and as the kid pulls it down, it like covers the entire body, and he's looking through these like eye holes, and he just looks like a big moth, and it looks like Axel's just got this giant moth on his back.
Oh,
It's really cool. Yep.
your hair's on fire.
Like, keep that one secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
awesome. So yeah, just everyone piggyback the kids over onto the Amnesia, bring them down quarters. Jill's gonna assign them beds and assign them, you know, you're in charge of keeping this clean. You know,
As
you
you-
gotta make your bed every morning. Everyone doubles up.
As you start bringing these kids below deck, you can hear as you're coming down.
I forgot he was down there.
And then as all these little kind of footsteps are coming down the wooden like stairs are coming down the hallway, you can Graves gonna what the fuck? I mean, what?
Now, Graves, mind your language.
Gee, where the hell are all these kids coming from?
Fucking ass. All right, kids, this is Graves. He's a lovely man who minds his manners and is a mature adult and will take care of you if you need to go to the bathroom, okay? You will show them where the bathroom is. Okay.
Hi, kids.
All right. While everyone is getting settled in, Jill is gonna go back up on deck. She's gonna reach into her bag. She's got like a little tin. You know, like how the nanas have like that the
Sewing.
shortbread tin that all the sewing stuff is in.
Yeah.
So she's gonna open the tin, empty all the sewing gear into the bag, and she's going to sweep the ashes from the barrels into the tin.
As you head above deck, you can kind of just hear, as you're leaving, Oi, mate, why don't you go get Uncle Graves a drink? Go on, I'll time you. And you head above deck. What was it you're getting out of the tin again?
So I'm pouring my sewing gear
Mhm.
back into the bag so that the tin is empty.
Yep.
And I'm going to go over to where the ashes of those barrels are.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to scoop the ashes into the tin.
Yep.
And just close it up again and put it back in the bag.
Mhm. You do so.
Also, I'm gonna get I'm gonna search around or ask around for any vials. Actually, I'm gonna go to Noxus. Say, hey Noxus,
Yeah, hi.
did you have any vials on you or anything like that?
He's going to collect the orphan tears.
Alchemist supplies? Nothing.
Look, the only thing vile I've got is a personality.
Right. Okay. That was actually pretty good.
Cut it out, brother.
Yeah, bump it.
I'm glad I got
Alright,
a few
okay.
people in the chat with my go on, I'll time you.
And then I'll go find just like a vial or a glass or like just something with like a cork that I can put over the top, and then start scraping in whatever the stuff that was like putting them to sleep into a vial, and just as much as I can get. So
What are you scraping it in with?
It's pure sulfur.
probably just like a knife, my knife, and just
Yeah.
like shimmying it into the vial, and
Yep.
just gonna search it later. Figure what it is.
Yeah, okay. Let me describe it. It kind of seems like it's a magical dust that has been mixed with something else in order to kind of paint it onto the bottom of this barrel.
Right. Okay.
And
I've
as
made
you
a solution.
as you kind of scrape it up, there's kind of more particles kind of like
Ooh,
going up
yeah.
into the air. It's definitely some kind of magical dust.
Yep.
And you scrape it into the vial.
Sweet. And I
Wonderful.
pocket it.
Jill, after she's done her little thing, is going to just peek into all these different rooms until she finds where Axel has stashed Mary.
Mhm.
Is Mary still unconscious, I assume?
Mary is below deck on the SS Amnesia, probably like near the captain's quarters.
Alright, cool. I'm
Tied
assuming
up
she's
to a
still
barrel.
unconscious.
You find it. She
She's, like,
is
tied up to a
now
pole.
conscious.
And you see the witch like staring down at her with just this flame in her mouth, just hissing.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scary scene. You walk in and it's like, oh.
Yep. Jill is gonna walk in. She's just gonna close the door very gently behind her.
Shit, I gotta get the character for this. This is scary.
Yeah. Do you remember the voice?
I think so.
Oh, hello, mummy. Jill's just gonna very calmly I'm assuming it's a small room. She's just gonna sit down and lean against the wall across from Mary.
Very calmly snap her neck.
Yeah.
She's quite bruised up and bloody.
Did you have a good rest?
Not very comfortable with my arms tied, but
Oh,
Feeling
I'm
a
so
little
sorry.
better.
It must be so uncomfortable to be restrained like that.
mm,
Do you want some water? Do you want some food?
no, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, I probably was spatting it anyway. What the fuck were you doing with those kids?
My job,
And that is?
getting people what they need.
What kind of people?
Rich people.
Jill's just gonna very calmly walk up, or step up, or stand up. Yeah. Walk towards
Jill
her.
standing up is about the same height as her, like, currently on her knees.
Okay. Jill's just gonna fucking backhand her.
I would think carefully about what you're gonna say next, okay? What were you gonna do with them?
Hand them over. After that, it's not my problem.
To who?
I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because I don't know.
You're doing shit like this for someone whose name you can't even tell me.
They give me money, that's all I care about.
Well, the rest of your crew is dead, so that's on you as well.
I think I remember Luri being alive.
For now.
She's just gonna leave again.
Mm. No
The
worries.
witch creeps closer, right up to her face.
Can you see through that thing?
Yes.
No, she was saying that in character.
Oh.
Ah.
She like looks at it.
What would the
You
witch
are an
say?
interesting one, aren't you? Which says, yes, of course he can see through me, you dumb bitch.
Got him!
Man, she's been a match a bit with this witch.
Sass.
Sad.
Mummy versus mummy.
Does
Ooh.
anyone have anything they'd like to do immediately? Noxus, you successfully kind of distracted the kids and got them aboard the amnesia, and they're all kind of quieting down a little bit more now on the below deck, kind of in small groups, kind of talking to each other, making friends quickly as you do at that age.
It's
Yeah.
summer camp.
Not a good summer camp.
Free trauma upon arrival.
It's Bible camp. Noxus, after he's seen that everyone's like sort of calmed down and is, doing as they do, is probably just gonna go back up to the crow's nest and stare.
Mm-hmm. No worries.
I would like to organise a crew meeting in regards to change of location, shipping lane. I don't know what to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
On
Tom
the way
says,
there. Oh, sorry.
would one of you like to take her somewhere and tie her up, maybe? And he
I'll do
points
it.
to Luri. Okay. What are you doing with Luri?
Take her below deck, but put her on the other side of the ship, so
Mhm.
she's not with Mary.
Yep.
And actually, before I tie her down, so you seem a little adamant to doing this job with these people, from what I could tell with it.
Luri, you notice looks to have dried tears in her eyes. Around her eyes is quite red.
I don't want to do anything mean, but I do want to help where I can. If you want to talk, just call for me.
Okay.
Do you need anything?
Some water.
All right, and I hand her my water jug.
Thank you.
Yep. There's enough there. Right. I just kind of sit down with her for a little bit.
Axel and Jill playing good cop, bad cop. I love this.
Why are you treating me like this? You saw what I did.
Yeah, but I can also see that you're scared because of what you did. It's clear. It's easy to see. I don't need to know you to tell that. You wear it on your sleeves.
it was Axel, right?
Axel. Lyric,
And,
right?
Lurie, Cake Shaper. You seem like a really kind boy.
Oh, you know a little secret. Much older than you'd think. Take a guess.
Is this Axel's version of "You Want to Know How I Got These Scars"?
No, it's just a fun
I
little
thought
game.
it was
Like,
Axel's version of
how
Edward
old
Cullen.
I am.
do you know how old I am?
100?
Like a little boy.
Things I've seen.
How much did she say?
100?
So close. And then I whisper the number to her and say, shh. Playing a little game with the rest. First to guess it gets like 600 gold.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a long story, but if you tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
Oh, I don't usually do this sort of thing. Usually paid to take care of bad things and make them go away, but this pays a lot better, and I really needed the money.
Well, you can see where this ends up. There's a lot more to get out of doing good than just money. And oftentimes, for the right people, and I gesture to the ship, you get it anyway. Get money anyway. Look, I'll talk with the captain. Kind of want to, sort things out. But Mary's causing a bit of trouble. She seems more adamant about doing this whole thing. So, yeah. Like I said, I will have to tie up a little bit, but it's for sure.
I wish I
Make
could
sure you
help,
come.
but only my first job, and so I wasn't privy to much vital information.
Right, okay.
I only knew we were heading back to Vortha Mill.
Vortha Mill?
Yeah.
Right. I think we're actually going to be setting course there soon to figure out what it was and put an end to this. You
Okay.
going to redeem yourself?
Sorry.
I'd like to.
Come with me. And then I lead her back up and then take her to the meeting.
You lead her up. She's a bit nervous.
All right.
You all gather in the captain's quarters. I'm guessing Graves and Boomer may be watching over the kids below deck. Oh man, that's an interesting one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a funny combo.
The kids,
That's terrifying.
You can
is.
kind of hear laughter from below deck as it sounds like the kids are thinking of funny things to get Boomer to mimic.
Sad.
They're doing like they go
Noises and-
and then Boomer will go and like mimic it perfectly.
Yeah.
And they go.
Beautiful.
Adorable.
Later on, like obviously, like not right now. If people have other things they want to do, but like I'd like to go back into the room after the kids have all like settled down and gone to sleep.
Mhm.
Yeah. But that, if you want to do stuff.
No worries. In the captain's
Meeting
quarters,
time.
all of you and Tom. Axel enters last and is followed by Lurie.
I just give a nod to everyone.
She's close in height to Jill and Noxus. She kind of stays towards the back of the room a little.
Yep.
So who has something they'd like to share? What's this meeting for?
I've called you in here today.
To witness the
It
union.
is during the day.
I've done it again.
Oh,
Holy Lord,
Noxus and
brother.
Axel, Bros for life.
We're changing course. We're gonna go and investigate further into why there were children on that ship. Lurie here is gonna help us out. They're gonna be our the person that is going to pretend to be still on the job. Forgot the word for that.
How does she feel about that? Looking at her, hearing that. Yeah, Axel peeps up and says, "Not quite yet. We'll think of some other plans before we jump straight to that."
It'll
Literally
take
is
us.
pretty new to the job.
It'll take us a while to get to the joint anyway, so we have time to prep.
And Tom says, "So we're headed to Norland."
Yeah, we're
Right.
infiltrating.
Actually, the job location was, and then I looked at Lurie.
We're going to Vorthamil.
Noxus probably at that point, hearing like Vorthamil, would just go, "Well, that works for me. I'm good with that." So.
I have an idea about how we can go about this whole infiltration idea of Araxials. We still have the Vulcan. What if we, bring it along with us? We tow it behind. We can leave the amnesia a bit further out, and we can pose as the crew. We have their clothes. We can we can dock out with the Vulcan, and we can maybe try and figure out who did this. Maybe not hand over the goods until we meet who's in charge of all this.
And Tom, is your boat capable of towing?
I mean, yes, we're doing it right now.
Yep.
It's okay, Baraxil. You'll get better at this sailing stuff soon.
Good boy.
Gives you
Oh, side by
a pat on
side.
the back.
All right, to that location we go. Probably forgot what it was.
Vorthamil.
Yeah.
Watermill. Right.
Noxus would just be like, better yet, we don't need to pose as the crew. We can make up a cover story with Lurie, say that they got into a scuffle. Lurie finished off the last one of who they were fighting and was the only one left and hired us on the way.
How much damage is on the Vulcan from the battle?
It's not too bad. It's still definitely gonna stay afloat.
If we docked it, would someone notice it?
It looks a bit battle worn.
But not enough to.
There's a big hole
all of a sudden.
in the top of the deck.
Yeah, but it's not like a whole like you wouldn't lose all your crew over it kind of damage.
It does look like you could have lost
There's a
a
bit
few
of blood
people.
splatter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just noticed
I know,
that. No, it's
Scorch
frozen.
marks on the side
Yeah,
of
I've
it.
been frozen like that for the past like 10-15 minutes.
All right. Then I raise it to the group. Do we pose as the crew, or do we pretend that Lurie's the sole survivor?
I think neither.
Obvious. Oh, go on then.
One, a little information here. Lurie, this was her first job. Anybody on the inside wouldn't know of her. She'd be a hireling under them. Name wouldn't have any influence further in. So using her as infiltration gets us nowhere. We may as well just kick down the front doors and say, "Here, but we're here to wreck your shit." We're going to have to come up with something a little smarter once we assess the situation when we're there, figure out what it is, and come up with a plan that way. Making plans too early is dumb.
Dad had a contact in Vorthamil.
Doing what?
And I never really associated with what he would do, but
Would you be able to get into
Probably
contact
Rich.
with the contact?
I can try and contact the contact, but I don't know if the contact will
Want to
contact
be
me back.
contacted.
Pitching the
Way in,
contact,
it's
the
a way
pin
in.
in the contract. And Tom says,
I'm back.
Orthamil is most famous for having one of the biggest black markets in all of Faerun.
I can guess that's where these kids are
That's where I was selling the iron flask.
Well,
Sorry,
knowing
are you
Pops, that's
selling at the black market?
Well,
No,
Jill,
go on.
That's Anton's business. We'll
Mike-
deal with the kid issue first.
that's where I was meeting my contact.
Or you could say
Everybody's got fucking contacts now.
Tarduk hears the word black
Glasses
market
are
and he
outdated.
thinks of a series of black tents in which people are selling.
in, an alley, in a big
He's like-
warehouse.
He's like, yes. Yeah.
Yes, I think I saw one of those one time.
Anton says your father did business in Vorthamil?
I did business in a lot of places, and with the mill having a huge black market, I doubt that he hasn't been around.
Was he in the Thieves Guild there?
I was in the Thieves Guild back home.
Did he have a good reputation?
I mean, he was he was essentially next in line to taking place is like the leader there.
Yeah, fuck, not bad. All right.
And none of them taught him how to swim. All right.
Wasn't hard as
Look.
list of priorities.
Look, if we can find some red paint to dump it on me, we've still got his jacket.
Would that eliminate your glow?
If we layer it on thick.
Yeah, it's worth a try. Just to meet your contact. Your dad's contact.
Well, we've got options at least.
Alright, so we head for Vorthamil.
Right. Well, I'm gonna check on the bitch beneath, and I clap my two hands.
Bitch beneath.
And then, yeah.
Like an A24 film.
So, Lurie, feel free to walk around. There's not much you can do around on a boat in the middle of the sea.
Are you sure about that, Axel?
Just don't see Mary. It's my one rule.
I wasn't planning on it.
All right, put her to work, and then I head down.
I'm happy to help with anything.
Anton,
I
she
can
can
cook.
probably. Well, if she can cook, never mind that. I was going to say she can probably get to work on the Vulcan, but
Well, that's
I-
Anton's decision.
I could do that too if you'd like.
Anton, it's your boat. What do you think?
If I think someone should keep an eye on her, but I think putting her to work fixing the Vulcan is a good idea.
Very good.
Jill,
Do we need to stop?
you don't seem happy about this.
I just don't see why we're all so quick to trust her.
I think it's the only choice we've got at this point.
I look, put her to work. I don't mind. I just don't give her too much free rein.
Well, would you like to be the one that watches it then?
Fuck no.
Okay. Well, we need someone to watch her.
Axel seems
Axel
quite close to her.
probably- Yeah, Axel would probably volunteer for that, but he's left, so.
Alrighty.
Just dib him in.
I as you kind of finish up your meeting, some of you are leaving. Hear some footsteps in Barracks Hill. You feel a light tug on your wings.
Don't like that.
You turn around. And
Look, but don't touch.
you turn around and there's a small boy there.
Oh.
We're hungry. Can we have some food?
Lurie.
Everyone else has started to kind of leave, and it's just you and the kid Barracks Hill.
Fine.
Make them some fucking sangers.
How do rations work? Do I have any rations on me? Is that a thing?
Just gonna give
Yeah,
give the kids
yeah, you'd have
dry
some
rations.
some
Some beef
rations, some
jerky.
like beef
You're on
jerky.
this.
Some real tough dried meat.
Yeah, I give that to the kid.
Aren't they all
We-
hungry?
Do we not have proper food?
It's probably
There is
food
some
that's
proper
fine.
food like below deck in like the galley.
Yep.
I was thinking quick.
I would have thought we did.
Thank you. And he kind of happily wanders off.
Frick. He'll be the first to go.
He's like, he can barely like chew through it. He's
It's like a dog with a bone.
Like,
Like wood.
if you could see what was going through Barrixel's head, it's like, oh man, I do not want to have to deal with Jill with this kid. Like, I can't do anything wrong.
That was
you
my
gave him
last
shit food.
beef jerky, and I gave it to the runt.
and
Immediate instinct. Who do I kick?
I think that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
I didn't get to talk to
Alright.
Mary. Oh, I wanted to do a little short.
They'll be
but okay.
next week.
Oh, damn, that's fun.
I can give you some information now on that stone you found, Axel.
Yep.
Um,
And the letter?
I think I know what it is.
I'll have to write up the letter because I
Yeah,
was like,
that's what
oh,
I
I should have thought of that.
Yeah, it's easy.
It looks like a sending stone,
Sending stone.
Yep.
which for everyone
it's-
else can be used. They come in pairs.
Yep.
And they can be used to
Oh.
cast the sending spell, which is pretty awesome. It can transmit a 25-word message.
Across
now-
planes.
Usually you have to be familiar with the person you're sending it to.
Yep. Because
Um,
it's a stone, it's just like a
but
teleport.
because it's a pair of sending stones, it just like you talk into it, send the message, and it'll send it to the
Yeah.
other.
It's a walkie-talkie.
It can send this message across planes, across any distance.
Fancy walkie-talkie.
Yeah. If you try and send it though, and there's no one at the other end, it doesn't work, and it tells you that it didn't work.
So
That's
he's
why
only
I'm
got one of
keeping
these
that in mind.
stones?
He's got one stone, yeah. So where's the other?
I'm gonna find it. I'm probably gonna kill who has it, and I'm gonna give it to one of you.
Interesting. Alrighty.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed if you stuck around that long. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can check out Beyond Phandalin every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, twitch.tv/alphahazza. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I didn't die.
Hey.